Hello and welcome to this week's Clarendon Insights, my 2-minute takeaway on topical issues of the day. What am I going to speak about this week that may be of interest? I ran a poll recently on LinkedIn. I was keen to understand some of the issues which prevent organizations and individuals seeking coaching and mentoring. And the responses I got were quite interesting to me. One of the key takeaways was that the costs of coaching and mentoring were prohibitive. Let's break that down. I am an ex-executive CFO. I did 6 major CFO roles in my career. And I see a lot of roles being advertised on LinkedIn. And of course, there's many roles that do not get advertised. They're done in private. If I take for an example, an aspirational FD, maybe a controller, a group finance controller, a finance manager who's wanting to progress, I regularly see those roles at 6-figure salaries. Add on employers' national insurance, add on the placement fee, which is probably likely to be up to 20%, add on a pension, add on all of the things that go with that kind of executive package. Before that individual walks through the door, you as an organization may well have been investing up to, on those examples, around about £140,000. That's a lot of money that's been invested in your individual. So the costs of coaching and mentoring, I won't go into all of my detailed rates, but one session a month is probably going to cost you less than £500. And that is in comparison to the total of the costs that we've just mentioned, coming up to maybe £140,000 a year in terms of sponsoring that individual to be a colleague within your organization. So for me, the question is not how can you afford the coaching and mentoring? Can you afford not to? Ask yourselves the following question. When was the last time you offered a finance individual, for example, a detailed 1-hour session on understanding the challenges from a technical and an aspirational point of view? Maybe it hasn't been done very often. There is that perception of perfection. We're too busy as business leaders patting ourselves on the back and saying what a great hire we've made without thinking what we need to do to support that individual. And we don't support them by having generic HR and other kinds of interventions that don't seek to address the individual's need. And that can be solved through coaching and mentoring. It could be the difference between writing off your investment of, let's say, £140,000 and making sure that that person becomes a better leader of the team, a better leader within the team and the system of the organization, and a better leader for the stakeholders that have employed that individual in the organization. 2 questions again, let's think about them. How can you afford the coaching and mentoring? Let's flip that on its head. How can you afford not to? This has been my Clarendon Insights, my 2-minute takeaway on topical issues of the day. Until next time, bye for now.